Hello and welcome to the AMP Easy English Podcast with me, Patrick.
And me, Andre.
Okay, so today we have a new kind of episode for you called In the News, where we will talk about things that are in the news.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay, Andre, have you heard of goshuing?
Goshuing? No, I haven't.
It's not an English word, it's a Japanese word. And goshuing are a kind of stamp or seal we get in a little book when we visit a shrine. So when you visit a shrine, you can go up to the priest or whoever's working at the shrine and ask them to get a special stamp. And they will stamp a little notebook and then maybe write over it, and you can collect these, and it's quite a collector's item. They look really beautiful.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, now we can get train stamps.
Train stamps.
Yes, so you can go to certain stations around Japan and get a similar goshuin.
Wow.
And these are not done by monks, obviously. There's no monks in the train stations. So we have to go into a kind of, I guess what they call in Japan, gacha gacha? Coin machine? I don't know what we call them in English.
It's like a lucky dip machine.
Yeah, so you put a coin in and you spin the handle round and then you get whatever it is. And in this case, it happens to be like one of these stamps and you get like a ticket at the same time.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So yeah, it's really cool. It's a really interesting way. And they've kind of made it a bit like Pokemon in the fact they're saying you gotta get them all. So, I mean, I think it'd be a big journey to get all the way across Japan, but I at least want to try and get the one close to us. So the one close to us, the closest one, is in a station called Kanada Station.
Where is that?
It's in Fukuoka.
Oh, okay.
It's not in Canada, even though it's called Canada. It's a small station just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay. What do you stamp?
So you have to buy a book first. The books are 2,200 yen, and they originally sold out really fast, but you can still buy them now. And once you buy these books, you have to buy the stamp separately and kind of stick them in because there's no one to stamp them in.
Ah, what happens if you get all the stamps?
If you get all the stamps, you can apply to be a railway master.
Oh, I want to be a railway master.
I don't know what that entitles you to, but I think it just bragging rights, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds good.
Okay, so what was your first story?
So I have a story, an international story. Something I saw in the news yesterday.
Okay.
It was a very expensive mistake.
Oh, whose mistake was it?
We're not sure yet, but I saw in the news an aircraft carrier.
One of those big ships?
Yeah, that has all the fighter planes and fighter jets on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a UK aircraft carrier.
Okay.
And in the video, you can see one of the jets, and it slowly goes to the end of the aircraft carrier and falls into the sea.
I don't think they're meant to do that, right?
No, they're definitely not. And do you know how much they cost?
Okay, well, let me try and guess. $2 million.
More.
3?
No, try 100 million pounds.
Wow.
So 140 million US dollars.
Oof, that's an expensive crash.
Yeah, it looks like the pilot ejected. You can see a small parachute in the video, so it looks like he jumped out.
Oh, so no one was hurt?
Nobody was hurt, but I think somebody feels very bad.
I guess they would.
They think that a engine cover went inside the engine, so the engine didn't work, and so it just fell off the edge of the ship.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, somebody's gonna maybe be in big trouble, I think. Okay, do you have another story?
Yes, I do actually. So, have you ever heard of a brand called Yoshida or Porta?
I don't think so.
It's a very popular bag brand here. It's Japanese and they kind of make very practical bags, but it's kind of like mid-range, I don't know, fashion brand.
Okay.
They make very strong and popular traveling bags of all different sizes. Actually, I own one. They're not particularly cheap. Mine set me back about 30,000 yen.
Wow, that's quite expensive.
So how much is that in pounds? That's maybe 100, 150?
Yeah, about that. 150 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, they brought out a new line.
Ooh.
And this new line has a very popular character on it.
Oh, really? Is it a Japanese character?
It is.
Oh, who's it?
Well, do you want to guess? I think it's a very, very well-known character. Shall I give you a hint? Or do you want to try guess first?
Pikachu.
No, it's not a character like that. It's a Ghibli character.
Oh, a Ghibli character. Oh, there's so many. Can you give me a hint?
Well, this character is very big.
Totoro is quite big. Is
That's
it Totoro?
the one.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it right. So they're bringing out a line of Totoro bags. So they're like the normal bags, but they have kind of Totoro ears or little Totoro tail. And the real magic is inside because the lining is like a Totoro forest.
Oh, that sounds nice. Are they the same color as Totoro? Like the Totoro gray color?
Yeah, it's a gray brown kind of furry and just really, really cute. And I think they will be pretty expensive too, and I imagine pretty popular because like many limited edition things here, so they sell out really fast.
Yeah, they do sell out very fast. Especially Totoro things. I think Totoro is probably the most popular character.
Yeah, for Ghibli, I think he's like the iconic character that I think even if you don't understand Japanese, you can pretty much watch that film and in Japanese and follow the plot. It's kind of a very simple, easy to access film, and the character is very lovable.
Yeah, I think there'll be many people around the world trying to get one of these bags. I bet it will sell out straight away.
I think so too. And actually, I quite fancy one, but I'm not sure if I can afford one at the moment.
No, I think they'll be very expensive. Do you know how much they are yet or not yet?
The cheapest one is 16,000 yen. And
Okay.
the most expensive, it's not too bad actually, it's 43,000 yen.
Okay. I mean, it's expensive for a bag, but I thought they would be much more. Okay, so I have one more story. This is also it's an international story.
Okay.
It's something that happened to a man in America.
Right.
A man in
Massachusetts.
Yeah, a man.
I used to live there. It's Massachusetts. Yeah, difficult to say.
It happened to a man in Massachusetts in Provincetown. He was diving for lobsters
Right.
with his friend.
Yeah, very popular around that area, lobster.
Yeah, very delicious, I heard. So his name is Michael Packard, and him and his friend Joshua went diving for lobsters one morning.
Oh, that in itself sounds a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, very early as well, about 8 o'clock in the morning. And at first, they couldn't find any lobsters.
Oh, that sucks.
So they took a break, and then Michael decided to try one more time, and he went down into the water, and his friend noticed Michael's bubbles disappeared.
Uh-oh.
And he didn't know where Michael was. And actually, Michael, as he was swimming in the water, something hit him and everything went black. He couldn't see anything.
Wow.
And then he realized he was inside something. Do you know what happened to him?
This is sounding a bit like Pinocchio. Was he inside a cave?
No, not inside a cave. He was inside a whale's mouth.
Wow.
A whale ate him, and he was inside the whale's mouth.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, and he was there for about 30 or 40 seconds trying to move, and he said that suddenly the whale shook its head, and he flew out the whale's mouth, and then he came back up to the top of the water.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I really don't want to be eaten by a whale. It was a big humpback whale,
Oh,
apparently.
they're big. Yeah. Wow, that's impressive, but also a little bit scary.
Yeah, very scary.
And I have a little bit of a, not scary, but a bit of a sad thing to end on. I think you probably know this news, but at the moment, as of I think 2 days ago, Japan is now closed off to the world.
Oh no, again.
Yeah, back to the historical times when Japan was closed off, but this time it's looking like it'll be maybe for the next couple of months, maybe. Of course, the reason is the new strain of Corona, which has come out. The latest series of Corona. Let's hope it's the final series.
I hope so.
So what this means basically is that you definitely can't enter Japan as a tourist. The only people who can really enter and leave are Japanese people and people who are permanent residents here.
Okay.
And you have to have a good reason as well, and you will have to quarantine for a longer period now. They've extended the quarantine period.
How long do people have to quarantine for now?
Well, actually, recently, I only found out this out maybe a week ago, but you could do express quarantines, especially from places like the UK. You could reduce your quarantine down to about 10 or 8 days if you're from a country which has low cases of Corona. But now that is back up for 14 days for all incoming residents and Japanese people. You have to quarantine for 14 days, and I think they are going to limit how you can do that. Before you could do it at home, I think you have to now do it at a hotel.
Oh, that's not good, especially this time of the year, because many foreigners want to go home for Christmas to see their families in their home countries. But I guess this year will be cancelled again.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to have to improvise and have another Christmas in Japan, but let's just hope that this early action will result in an early finish of this batch of Corona. So, fingers crossed we could be traveling again next year. Maybe I should touch wood.
Yeah, I hope so. And hopefully many visitors can come and visit Japan next summer.
All right, that's it for today's AMP Easy English. That's all from me, Patrick.
And from me, Andre. See you next time.
See you.